Buena gente, hoy vamos a continuar con Honkai Star Rail, pero en este caso no va a ser la misión de Trazacaminos, ahora va a ser la continuación de Trazacaminos. Vamos a hacerla en orden, para así que respetamos el orden de lanzamiento. Y bueno, ahora lo que vamos a hacer es primero empezar con Jarilo-VI, que bueno, en realidad tenía que hacer esta primero, parece que dijeron que iban a ir con la final, pero nos llamó Broña, así que tenemos que ir al mercado del mañana. Y bueno, mientras tanto yo estuve farmeando un cachito. Y tengo para 5 deseos y me faltan 40 para otros más. Así que bueno. Ahora el contador está en 22 y ahora va a pasar a 26. Así que bueno, vamos con el 23. ¿Está grabando? Sí. 23. No. 24. No, no conté bien. 27 quise decir. ¿Qué hacemos la cinemática? Otra vez el de topas. 25. 26. Y 27. Ok, 5 deseos que no pasaron absolutamente nada. Así que bueno, 22 más 25 sería 27. 22 más 5, quise decir. Ay Dios, escribí bien. Bueno, seguimos en 17 días porque estoy grabando esto después de del modo historia, de la Trazacaminos. Y a ver, nos quedan 40. ¿Dónde voy a conseguir 40 por ahora? Bueno, vamos a ir al dormitorio. A ver qué tal nos va. Mira, acá está Mission. Vamos a hablar con Dangen, que lo hemos dejado la última vez. A ver qué nos dice.
Donhung! Bronya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Bronya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a lot weighing on my mind since the Lofu. It was tough on the spirit.
Donhung. I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right. You went through a lot on the Xianzhou. Take all the time you need.
¿Por qué no viene con nosotros para cambiar los aires?
No thanks. I'll be staying on the Express. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well. Say hi to our friends for me.
Okay. Rest up. You're
Sí,
not
descansa en el
allowed to
piso.
miss the next Trailblaze expedition.
I'll be there next time.
Bueno.
He won't budge, huh? Looks like it's just the two of us then. Pity. He's gonna miss out. We never get the chance to go on a stress-free adventure.
Sin entre para nosotros, sin entre para el planeta.
Don't get yourself all worked up. If Jarilo-VI is strong enough to withstand a Stellaron, it'll be just fine. If only Himeko could come with us.
¿Debemos pedirle al señor ya que nos acompañe?
Maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble we got into on the Xianzhou. You didn't notice?
Sí, sí, también eso.
At his age, he might not appreciate the extra... excitement. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure. You've been on the Express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well, now's your chance.
Bueno, vamos a ver qué dice Himeko. ¿Hay nuevas fotos ahora que lo pienso? A ver, tengo con el penal. Sí. Ay, no, en serio. ¿Por qué me pusieron a Firefly? Blade. Robin y Sunday. El tren viajando. Parece una foto. El Sampo. No, hijo de puta. ¿Por qué me ponen esa imagen? Aventurine. Ay, Dios mío. Vas a caer, meme. Ah, mira, está ahí Himeko.
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Jarilo-VI, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Bronya would be happy to see you.
Ah, so that explains the grin. You're excited about the celebration. Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Jarilo-VI after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off.
Ok.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I'll try to make it next time. I'm sure you'll have a great time. Don't forget to send my regards to the Supreme Guardian while you're there.
Ok, regresa al Velobok con 7 de marzo. Sí, más rápido. ¿Tengo algo para subir? No, no. Ah, bueno. Ah, tenía que ir a la habitación del 7 de marzo, qué pelotudo. ¡Ay, qué hermosa!
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right?
¡Ay, qué linda que sos, Marzo! ¡Qué elegante!
It's been sitting in my wardrobe collecting dust for far too long, but now I finally got the chance to wear it.
Decime que le van a hacer skin, por favor. O si ya tiene skin, me lo perdí, no. No creo, no he visto referencias de skin.
This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you?
Lo hará.
Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us is making an effort. Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go.
No, chabón, qué hermosa que sos, Marzo.
Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
¿Será que así se verá si es que le hacen unas 5 estrellas? Así tipo Dan Hengi vino de una E.
Other people might fall for that, but I won't. I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Jarilo-VI's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. It's much warmer than it was on our first trip there.
Ok.
I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Bronya and Zila.
¿Se van a casar? Arre, pelotudo.
Ready to go?
Sí, eso debe ser.
Bellabog, here we come.
Estoy feliz por Broña y Cele. ¿Tenías que juntar a ellas dos? ¡Chanchetun! Bueno, ahora sí las cinemáticas andan bien. ¡Ah, no, pará!
700 years.
¡Topas! ¡Topas y Nambi!
It's never too late to pick up the tab.
La Chisato del Star Rail.
Oh, Burr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything?
Momento.
Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food, right? Come on.
Tengo que cambiar a Broña. Ahí, porque lo puse a cerrar para...
Bring us another
Farmear.
victory, Belobog. Don't let me down.
¡Marzo! 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 La Marzo quedándose ahí. Me parece que sí tengo que pelear contra este. El otro persiguiéndome y Marzo. Listo.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Podríamos haber continuado, ¿no?
Wait a sec. That person over there. That doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform. All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? Am I going crazy? You think so? I actually think it's pretty snazzy. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, what are the IPC doing here on Jarilo-VI? There's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always found IPC staff easy to talk to. Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you just dressing fancy today?
Se va a pelear. Prepara el bate.
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
Take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Don't do anything stupid.
Topas.
Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Jarilo-VI for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew, you scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Jarilo-VI only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you two aren't...
Así es, el honor es tuyo.
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Hasta le dicen Conti, pero es Numbi.
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the Express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Bronya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
Aguardan que estoy haciendo algo.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect, but I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on Jarilo-VI, to meet with her. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Todavía no dejo de pensar ese botón que se está a punto de abrirse.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Wanna come to the city with us? The snow plains are freezing, and it's easier than you think to get lost out here.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a little longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be happy to chat off the clock.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even trying.
Enséñame a ser rica. Por cierto, tío, que es un proyecto valor de 8 millones.
Me too.
You two make a cute pair.
Lo dijo, lo dijo,
I'd
lo
better be
dijo.
on my way. See you next time.
Para todos los que shippean a Cell con Mark 7, ustedes hacen una linda pareja. Lo dijo Topas.
The universe is huge, yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly works in mysterious ways, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the city. Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you
Observa.
sure we're in Bellabog? And now to check out the main event, the food. Come on, keep up.
Stel, ¿estás ahí? Cuando estaba limpiando encontré 2 cupones para el té de la tarde del hotel Goethe. ¿Quieres venir? ¿Por qué no invitas a Pela? ¿No voy a ver, ¿por qué no? Entonces quedamos así. El que no aparezca se convirtió en un ratón de las nieves. Nos vamos al lado del vestíbulo cuando te estés esperando. Pídeme una bebida. Trae yo mismo, tengo algo para mí. ¿Se ha enviado? ¿Puede ver el mensaje? No se ve, pues. Bueno, es una misión de Serval, que no la voy a poder hacer porque, bueno, estoy presentándome acá en la Trazacaminos. Va, puedo hacerla, pero lo voy a hacer fuera de cámara. Para concentrarme en la continuación de Trazacaminos. Pasea por la ciudad y empápate el ambiente festivo. El Gepard. Gepard.
Ta-da! Guess who's back?
It's you two. Welcome back to Bellabog.
El primero que me arruinó el 50-50 y fue con Cele.
The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the Express crew. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane guards to welcome you on arrival. My apologies.
Aw, it's fine. You really don't have to apologize. We're just passing through.
Understood. I hope you both enjoy the festivities. Please make sure you keep your personal belongings safe. Pickpockets tend to take advantage of events like this. We'll be performing additional patrols.
Got it. We'll get out of your way then. Bye.
Bye for now.
Bien, vamos arriba.
Aunt Gertie, it's been too long.
Ah, is that little March? What brings you this way?
Pequeña Marzo.
I heard you left to go travel the galaxy. Oh, you're here for the Soulworm
Hey.
Festival, right? The atmosphere is like no other. Silly me, where are my manners? Grab yourselves a sun cake each. Get them while they're hot.
Hey, that's not fair! Get to the back of the line. Ever heard of first come, first served?
Show a little respect. If it weren't for these two, we'd be eating geomarrow by now.
Esperen por favor, que quede solo Herting.
Take a look at these beauties. These are the best sun cakes I've made all day.
Oh, wow, they smell so good. They look so crispy and crunchy. I think I'm in love.
Well, don't wait for them to get cold now. I'm sorry, sweethearts. I'd best see to these other customers before their hunger gets the better of them. Thanks for stopping by.
Panqueque de sol, que solamente es un consumible. Hay dos lugares ahora. Acá está Cerval. ¿Y a quién tenemos acá? Hook, ¿no? Hook y Pela. Vamos por Hook y Pela.
Is
No,
that
Pela.
Ayla? Looks like she's teaching the kids again. Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Everyone listen carefully, okay? Billabog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago and was originally built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa.
I'm so hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme Guardian Alyssa Rand. And also, guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp
Ni
opening
pelota
in
le gana
Overworld
Pela.
soon. It's gonna be super awesome. Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the war against the invaders 700 years ago. Miss Pela, Peter's falling asleep. Enough. From now on, no whispering aloud. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening.
Sorry, Miss Pela.
That's better. Now, where was I? Oh, I never knew Pela had a strict side.
Después de un tiempo.
Phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so tiring? Say, I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. After all, she was the one who invited us here. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere. Your call.
Quedaba una que era. Acá está, Cerval. Pero espera. Con esto activaría la misión del. Me voy a alejar. Porque creo que activaría la de Cerval, ¿no? No, no la activaría, así que bueno. Continuando con la misión. Porque eso lo quiero hacer fuera de cámara, la de las misiones de acompañantes. $110 su turno, Wow. Bueno, a ver, Cerval.
Heartbeats will shake me.
So rules can't break me.
Crank the sound and let your soul be free.
The lightning strikes right off the wall. Let yourself fall into it all.
La Taylor Swift del... ¿Por qué está haciendo? Chete se piensa que está tocando la guitarra, pero está... No hay nada. No, está así, literal. No hay nada. No hay guitarra, no hay nada. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Broña. ¿Gané algo? No.
You know what I mean.
¿Hay algo acá? Ahora que lo pienso. 10 de 10. 3 de 3. Momento, quiero ver algo. Canjeo de ascuas, ¿no? Villa Roca. Ahí. No. ¿Olvidé dónde era? Era un lugar donde ya completé todo. No. Sí, Villarroca era, pero... Sí, era acá. Tengo 180.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Ajá. 50, a ver. Era... 3060, 140, sí. Este. Recogemos. Y tenemos otro más. Así que vamos... Número 28. ¿Te imaginas si sale? No, me va a costar mucho Black Swan. Sabe Hoyoverse que es un personaje tan pedido por mí que me lo va a retrasar demasiado. Ay, Dios mío. Bueno, volviendo. Distrito administrativo. Broña. ¿Esto qué es? Eso es nuevo.
It's getting late. Where to now?
¿Dan ascuas con esto? Se ve que no. Pero da mucha experiencia, ¿eh? A ver, ¿dónde está? Las ramificaciones, quiero ver algo. ¿Tengo que pasar? Ah, dirígete. Así que no hay problema. ¡Topas! Mira, otra vez. Y está junto con Broña.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off.
Uf.
Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Jarilo-VI wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
No me deja saltar. Y... ahora. No vayas a ser tan hijo de puta, Hoyoverse, ponerme a Topas con Acreon juntas. Que también la quiero a Topas.
Is everything alright, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Saltworm Festival.
Se escucha la palabra deuda.
Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Jarilo-VI. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Jarilo-VI and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest. An astronomical amount.
Uf.
I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers.
4.037.474.474.750.998. Arre.
Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it. Right. We need to figure out how to help them. The IPC is too big and powerful. Even if Bronya steps in, it'll be hard for her to resolve the situation.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it.
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side.
Vamos a hablar con Topaz.
Yeah. After all, this girl here is a pretty good negotiator.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck.
Uy, lo solté sin querer. Igual dice, mantengas a salvo. Así que bueno. A ver, vamos media hora. O sea, tranqui. ¿Dice algo más, Bronya?
I apologize for dragging you into Belobog's affairs again. But when faced with an entity as powerful as the IPC, we need all the external help we can get. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Pues otra vez. Hagamos algo así.
Thank you. I believe in you.
Sería básicamente lo mismo que decía.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type of person who appreciates a straight approach.
¿Está disponible Topaz? Hola, el lector Topaz está ocupado y no puede responder su mensaje. Por favor, espere. Una respuesta automática realmente no responde su mensaje. Hola, el lector Topaz está ocupado y no puede responder su mensaje. Por favor, espere. Respuesta inteligente, dime. Hola, estoy revisando la agenda de la directora Topaz. En estos momentos la directora Topaz se encuentra en la visita de inspección del Museo de Historia y Cultura del Supermando del Lago de Jarilo-VI. Esa cosa muy inteligente, gracias. Hola, el director Topaz está ocupado y no puede responder su mensaje. Por favor, espere. Y Groña está ahí. Secreto todo, mi amor. Estel, por favor, intente. Aquí no hay nada, te lo prometo. ¡Castígame, señorita Broña! Deja el teatro. Ay, qué de madre es este juego. 20 de escudos me sirven. Pela. La pela. ¿Cuántos años tiene? Está como una niña. ¿En qué año iba? Sí, yo creo que esto de Pela es de una misión de acompañante. Tendré que averiguarlo más tarde. Yo voy a hacer continuación de Trazacaminos. Busca topa, pero esta es marzo.
Okay, got it. She's at the museum. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive. She's definitely no pushover.
Ok. Busca topas. Soy historia y cultura. ¿Acá hay algo? No, no hay nada. No sé, capaz puede haber algo. Podemos fijarnos. ¿Podemos subir las escaleras? No podemos subir las escaleras. ¿Podemos pasar por abajo? No, esto no es Fortnite. No, seguimos sin poder usar las escaleras. No hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada. Nada de nada. Solamente veo a topas. A ver qué nos dice. Topas.
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other.
Oh,
did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right?
No creo, si alguien quiere hacer un golpe de estado, un sicario queriéndote matar, no creo que sea bueno.
What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts several generations' hardships.
Parece que sabe de arte.
Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But, with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in...
Sí, qué buen ojo que tengo ahora.
Miss Topaz, Branya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Queremos pedirte un favor en nombre de Broña. La demanda de compensación el expreso para las dudas de
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties. But if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Jarilo-VI has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
So you're basically saying the Belobogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Jarilo-VI?
No sé.
It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one?
¿Todos los animales?
I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off playing somewhere. Come to think of it, this little guy's on display here probably means it's already extinct, right?
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Jarilo-VI project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
Las negociaciones fracasaron. Resume la situación a 7 de marzo.
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch.
No le prometo lo que dijo tenía sentido.
I guess so, but that still doesn't fix Bronya's problem. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise to make the IPC our enemy. All these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. They don't teach this stuff in school. Wait, did I even go to school? Did someone send you a message?
Sil. He oído que regresa a Bella Boxtel. Escríbeme cuando tengas un minuto. ¿Es urgente? ¿Qué tal, Sil? ¿Qué sucede? Un grupo de bribones llegó al bajo mundo y se apoderó de la fuerza de la mina principal. Le pregunté a Broña qué hacer y me dijo que no me metiera con ellos por el momento. Que casi no verán. No tiene razón, demasiado tarde. La guardia escribe a la gente y llamará, ya se enfrentaron a ellos. Pero estos idiotas tienen armas super avanzadas con gran potencial de daño. No podremos con ellos. Te envío este socorro porque me estoy quedando sin ideas. Ya voy.
Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld.
¿No puedes darte la vuelta, Marzo?
Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. And now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute. I really did jinx us. I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Acá está Civil.
Clocking off, finally.
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out.
¿Qué sucede?
It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us! Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
Zil está en modo, agárrame que lo mato.
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the Underworlders.
Topaz está por aquí.
Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authorization?
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pasto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me? Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way!
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right?
Recién me di cuenta que Marzo se cambió. Tu jefe me invitó hasta un lado.
What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me.
Pues Marzo estuvo en un bloque de hielo deambulando por tantos años.
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Ok, vamos a cagar unas piñas.
Rules are made to be broken.
Just a scratch.
Let's settle this.
Pensé que lo iba a derrotar.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
This is our chance. Yeah.
I I'll see you off.
This ends here.
Listo.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? Huh, what a joke.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
Habla con Siri, pero a mí principal. Opcional. Habla con 7 de marzo. Vamos a hablar con 7 de marzo porque, bueno, siempre pasa algo.
Caught your breath yet? It's time to show these IPC fools who they're dealing with.
¿Cuándo te cambiaste de ropa? Eso es lo que estoy preguntando.
Right after we finished chatting with Topaz in the museum. Did it take you that long to notice? I thought you were supposed to be the observant one. The quicker we handle the IPC, the faster we can get back to enjoying the celebrations. Let Zila know when you're ready to go. Caught your breath yet? It's...
No pasa que tengo que pelear de nuevo.
Nobody did. But it never hurts to be prepared. Just when I thought I could catch a break, things go haywire. Guess my nice dress will have to wait for a while. The quicker we handle the IPC, the faster...
Eso ya dijo lo último. Y ahora sí.
Ready for action? It's time to kick the IPC out of the underworld.
Sí.
Let's get moving.
Ok, necesitaré a Himeko. Pero en vez de Veroña, Himeko. Ahí está.
If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask.
Mientras tanto, los asentamientos separados. Clara! No se hagan ese Clara.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Jarilo-VI. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Jarilo-VI can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests, undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, Emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Jarilo-VI has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
Ok. Mientras tanto, Stelisil en la mina principal. Siga. Comprar con la situación de los mineros. Estamos de nuevo acá. Ah, recordando que esto es... Sí, esto es como una especie de dominio. O sea que acá no hay cofres. O capaz haya, y no me di cuenta. Ahí está Nombi.
All the miners here, huddled together. Anyone else
Acá
getting
está Nombi.
deja vu?
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken robots, now we're dealing with much more formidable adversaries.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there? Oh, what was it again? Numby, right?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
El monstruo del fragmento. Tiene de mascota.
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Wanna go take a look?
Intenta comunicarte con Tom. Con Nombi.
Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying?
No sé si tienes un mismo.
I should have known. Don't quit your day job.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's follow them.
Sí, a Conti. Idéntate.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything!
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way.
Otra vez. Ok.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Rules are made to be broken. You won't get away.
This ends here.
I have something for you. I have something for you.
Listo.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Como frena. Se ve tierno el chonchito de topas.
Look, that big guy down there. Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge. Let's go.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Que me den esto, que sí
Wow.
que va a haber mucha
For
pelea.
something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again!
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here.
Yeah, we demand to speak with Topaz.
You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem peacefully. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Eternal sleep is the dead
return!
In the name of Len, a will
Derrota,
forged in
derrota,
ice.
déjame ver.
Never falters!
Stay alert. You won't get away.
You chose the wrong enemy.
No sé.
Heal.
Just a scratch. You won't get away.
Let's settle this.
Rules are made to be broken.
Rules are made to be broken. Se recupera.
Yeah. Perhaps
humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Nothing major.
Name of Len, a will forged in ice. Never falters.
Eternal sleep. The dead
return.
Let's go. Yeah.
You won't get away. This is our chance.
Ah, puto.
You won't get away.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Rules are made to be broken.
Toma, patas. Comela.
Who are you people? Not even our tech could take you down.
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Phantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it. I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for! Attention all personnel! Evacuate the mine immediately! Erase all traces of your presence!
So, are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around. Or taming fragmentum creatures, for that matter.
It's a long story.
Dejo preguntarle a Braña.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities? The timing couldn't have been any worse.
Oh, looks like we've got a message.
¿Quién? Ha recibido un mensaje. Marzo, Estel, ¿dónde están? ¿Está bien? Broña, estamos en el bajo mundo ahora mismo. La gente de la corporación se apoderó en la mina principal. Sila y nosotros acabamos de echarlos. Ya veo, están con Steel. Con Seal. Ay, me mareo. Ya veo, están con Seal. ¿Cómo las cosas? ¿Están bien? No te preocupes, pongo un canal en esto. No lo voy a persuadir a Topaz. No te preocupes, esto no es responsabilidad tuya, es de todas formas. Aquí acaba de pasar algo y no puedo explicarlo claramente por mensaje. ¿Podrían volver a Fortaleza Clipot? Necesito que me aconsejes sobre este asunto.
I get the feeling Bronya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff to take care of. The miners need to know what happened here. Bronya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help. I trust her judgment.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help Bronya out. Come on, to Klipoth Fort!
Desafío completado. Listo, salimos. ¡Minuto todo! En Villarmanche.
These guys don't look like thieves.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
$110 nos dieron, a ver si podemos tirar otro. No, 128. Faltan 32. ¿A qué sé?
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once.
Estoy segura que podemos cambiar la situación, no hay forma que... Estoy segura que podemos cambiar la situación.
They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solutions she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look.
No sé, parece serbio.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy, a place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals, previously on the brink of extinction, reappeared. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my home world, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight. I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Jarilo-VI. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belobogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
Estoy de acuerdo.
I'm inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone.
I trust her judgment too, but what if this decision is too much for one person? The impact of this choice could haunt Bronya for the rest of her life.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapoth architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
Ahora un cacho que voy a ocultar un poquito la cámara porque me está llamando mi gatita de afuera, así que ahí vengo. Bueno gente, disculpen por este corte porque bueno, pasaron muchas cosas entre mi gatita y yo. Bueno, lo bueno es que bueno, puedo subir el video entero y editarlo en YouTube y cortarlo con el editor interno. Así que bueno, antes de arrancar, bueno, aproveché este tiempo para prepararme un cafecito. O sea, no solamente venía mi gatita, sino que todavía tuve visitas por eso también. Así que vamos a continuar, que tenemos que ir al supramundo. Así que... Nice. Reúne las opiniones de los habitantes del supramundo sobre la propuesta de Topaz. Los que están a favor y los que están en contra. Parecen los diputados. ¿Y quiénes se absolven? Ah, creo que me choque. A ver, tenemos a Pela. Vamos a ver con Pela. No, Pela. Ah, me dio curiosidad. Forajida, agua sucia. Bueno, vamos con Pela. Listo, ahora puedo hablar con Pela.
We meet again. How have you two been? Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. I hope it's nothing too serious.
Necesitamos tu opinión sobre un asunto importante.
Sounds serious. I'm all ears.
Le cuentas a Pela sobre la duda de la corporación y la decisión a la que se enfrenta Bronya. ¿Está de acuerdo o en contra?
Really? You better not be making things up.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, it's all true. We don't have much time, Pela. Bronya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over.
Listo.
Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions.
Huh. Okay. Any particular reason?
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside. And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying. Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit?
I see. So, compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Bueno. Pela está de acuerdo. ¿Algo más?
If the IPC is able to bring about in building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? I'm not sure how much weight...
Ah, ya había dicho. Y ahora vamos con Serval. Me imaginé porque ese es el negocio de Serval. A ver, ¿qué opina Serval de esto?
Well, look who we have here. You and Marge paying us a visit. What's
La
the occasion?
Marin Kitagawa de azul, junto con Taylor Swift.
Uh-oh. Sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in.
Me puede saber sobre la duda de corporación y la decisión que se enfrenta a Bronya.
What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
No, no creo que esté de acuerdo.
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
It's okay. I've thought it through.
Ah, sí.
If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay, I probably wouldn't hesitate.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Bueno, está de acuerdo Serval. ¿Dónde tengo que ir ahora? No me dice nada acá. ¿Y a quién tenemos acá? Tendremos a alguien cerca, ¿Quién es? Chan. El que está enamorado de Serval.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. You need my opinion? I'm happy to help.
Le cuentan sobre la duda de la corporación y la decisión que se enfrenta a Bronya.
So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time. What's your take?
Why, I'd refuse the contract,
Okay,
of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dun. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Ok. 2 contra 1.
Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone we needed to.
Gepard.
From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract. We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zila make of it all.
Ok. Había uno que era 7 de 10. Momento, quiero ver algo. Este es 5. Encima hay algunas cosas que no me enfrenté, como esta. Esto es personal. Tengo que ir por acá. Cajita, cajita, tu.
Looks good.
Mirá, faltan 50 para pasar de nivel. Este es el villano que tengo que enfrentarme. Falta poquito. Hay que evitarlo, hay que evitarlo, hay que evitarlo, hay que evitarlo, hay que evitarlo. Hay que evitarlos, hay que evitarlos. ¡Ah! 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 Hay que evitarlos. ¡Ah! Bueno, me encontré con el chanchito.
You won't get away.
Let's settle this.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Hope you're prepared.
Let's make it quick.
Listo. ¿Cuánto nos da? 20 creo, ¿no? ¡60! Ok. Y con esto ya nos alcanzaría para el siguiente. ¿Qué sale ahora? ¡Ah! 29. Tengo que seguir farmeando.
We need a strategy.
Este necesita electro y quantum. Ya tengo algunos para pelear, así que logros. Desentierro el tesoro escondido del distrito de Belobok. Ok. Electro y quantum, ya sé quién es. Así que bueno, vamos a ir a formación. Luego ya se queda. Pero acá vamos a poner a Kinke y Serval.
Feeling lucky.
Let's wait and see.
Burn away.
Can't stop the rock.
Ahí está. Sí, ya los levelé a ellas. A Kinke y a Serval.
Here to crash the party?
Keep up.
Eternal the dead return! Nothing major.
Wait for the tiles.
A ver si me toca suerte. Sí. ¡Pumba!
You won't get away. You won't get away.
Encima los jefes valen por 3.
Time for them.
Turn it up.
You can fight it or rock with it.
King que es la única Quantum que tengo. Pero tengo que pasar el universo simulado, la ronda 2, la de Argenti, para tener a Lynx.
Luck of the draw, please. And victory!
Nothing major. I'll see you off.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Este lo matamos. Ya King que la tiene completa.
Receive divinity.
Ready to jam.
Wait.
This song's for you. Keep up. Time for an overhaul.
Tras estos.
You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom.
Much obliged.
Repay. Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Pretty good crowd today.
Ah, que no tengo. Ah, iba a ser la pasiva desde Himeko. Tesorote. ¿Cuánto me das?
Never expected to find this here.
30. El chanchito me dio más. Mira, ya maté al chanchito. Ya puedo pasar por acá, pero... A ver. ¿Qué tanto recorrido tengo que hacer? Creo que hay algo más. No, acá no. Allá, ojo, ojo, ojo. Nada. A esto sí me puedo enfrentar. Pero no. No veo nada. ¡Tesoro! ¡Ah! Me está persiguiendo hasta la casa. Listo, tesorito agarrado. Quedan 2. Voy a seguir espiando. Al menos acá, como los mapas son tan cortitos, te puede distinguir, puedes buscar una guía y ver dónde están los otros. No, vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Vamos acá, de nuevo. Ahora vamos a ir a Villarroca. Ah, una es Cele y otra es Natalia. Acá asentamiento robot creo que es Cele. Y Villarroca debe ser Natalia, porque acá está la entrada. Así que vamos con Cele primero. Tengo uno cercano, Cele. Acá no importa porque ya agarré todos los tesoros. No, pará. Te declara, ¿no? Sí, me parece que es de Clara. Clara, sí. ¿Tiene alguna opinión? ¿Está de acuerdo o está en contra Clara? No, se hagan E6 de Clara. Arre pelotudo, seguía.
Miss March, Big Sister, what brings you to the underworld?
Big Sister, me encanta.
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around? Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz. What? Topaz? Do you know where they went? I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon. What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion.
Al menos Clara está aquí. La opinión de Clara es igual de importante.
True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age. Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something?
Le cuentas a Clara sobre la duda de la corporación y la decisión que se enfrenta a Broña. ¿Que la firme o que no?
That's complicated. I don't know what to say.
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true?
No sé, pero Cont ya nos da a entender que Clara está en contra.
Just taking away people's dreams like that. I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us.
Gracias, Clara. Entonces, 2-2. A ver, Villa Remanche, mina principal. Ya hice el chanchito. 4 de 4, 8 de 10. Ya hice el chanchito. 7 de 10. No hice el chanchito. Y no lo veo por acá. ¿Esto qué es? Ah, esto es lo que dan las recompensas. Yo lo haré fuera de cabra. Ya hice todo. Bien. Volvemos a Villarroca. ¿En serio? Escucha la presentación. Voy a tener que cruzar la aventura con esto. No sé qué voy a hacer. Voy a tener que cruzar la de Sil con la de...
There's inspiration in every glance and every breeze.
What brings you two to the underworld? And why the long face? Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way, it must be urgent. Go ahead.
Nice to meet you, Natasha, another world doctor. Feeling sick? Rico cafecito.
That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I know you're in a hurry, but I need a moment to think.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither.
Me hace acordar el gobierno argentino.
Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true.
Con la dolarización
I'd
al
rather
peso.
trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Viva la libertad para los políticos. Carajo. Viva la libertad para los políticos. Carajo.
Wow. That's a pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
Espero que no se cruce, porque estoy haciendo la misión.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure? To be honest, I'm surprised you even remembered an old geezer like me. But I can tell by the look on your faces you're probably not dropping by to say hi. Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black showing up everywhere?
En efecto.
Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them myself.
Me cuenta sobre la cooperación y lesión de la señorita Bronya.
I see. That's a tricky situation, all
Para mí
right.
que diría que sí, porque para quedar
A lot for
empatados.
anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience. What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor, and with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own? What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she...
Uy. Bronya, el último guardián supremo.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't wish that title on anyone. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
Tras la más opinión de los ciudadanos, el resultado final sigue siendo un empate. Lo sabía. Es que debía ser obvio. Iba a ser un empate de todos modos.
All that running around has worn me out.
Rompí todo.
So, the final conclusion is the votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments.
Aún nos falta preguntarle a alguien.
Oh, right! We haven't asked Zila. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners. Come on, let's get going.
Vamos. Mina principal. Ojo que acá no pasé, Listo, ya lo activé. Nos quedan cofres por acá, Vamos a hacer un paseíto. A ver si encontramos un cofre. Bueno, paseitos entre las pelotas. Es que ahí está Cene. Eso tal vez si vamos a un paseíto. Así encontramos cofrecitos. Sí, salir a la zona segura, no rompa la bola. Pluma de fuego. No hay cofres. ¿Cuánto vamos con esto? 73. No, sí creo que al terminar esta misión me van a dar lo suficiente para abrir otro.
What was that?
Tu vieja fue. Arre que no puedo pasar una pared invisible. Como puedo usar el ascensor, ¿no? Acá debe haber algo, ¿no? ¿O no? Esa musiquita, la de Nice to meet you, Natalia. Another World Doctor, feeling sick.
Was I seeing things that you could take on me?
Estamos haciendo desastres, desastres. ¡Sampo! Espera. ¿Necesitarás algo con Sampo? No se me activará nada. A ver. Déjame ver. Expreso astral. Voy a hablar con Julián. Me gusta la Clara. Voy a Torgo de su cita. Bueno, ya fue, vamos a arriesgarnos. A ver qué dice. Oye, tú, no te conozco tan bien. Hay un comenzó un negocio. Sí, es una misión de aventura. Sabiduría y supervivencia. Así que bueno, esa la voy a hacer fuera de cámara, ya que no interesa mucho. Pues no, nada, vamos a ir de esta serie. A ver si... Ah, ¿qué hay? ¿Será que hay algo oculto acá? No.
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy. Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. But I'm ready to hear it.
¿Qué carajo acabo de tomar? No sé, hay algo en mi café. No sabe nada. Son grumos.
I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
In that case...
No firmar.
I abstain.
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders. Not mine. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly than I can.
Como dije, esto es como la Cámara de Diputados. Hay algunos que están de acuerdo, otros que desaprueban y otros que están absueltos. O sea, ya tenemos 3-3-1.
The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for her.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make, and everyone feels differently about it. It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty. I trust her wholeheartedly. If she asks you, just let her know my reasoning. She'll understand.
Dígale que sí, que me quiero casar.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now. She has to make the final call.
Sobre este mundo es crucial.
Right? I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come. Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Klapoth ministers.
A ver, Sile, ¿tenés algo para decirme? Ahora está en la prueba que sí, que no me digas. No me digas que te enamoraste de Belog. En realidad me enamoré de ti. Bueno, volvamos. Distrito administrativo. Transportame de alrededores.
There's inspiration in every glance and every breeze.
Toma, te tiro ficha de dominó. No hay nada que ver. El real juego que juega Kinke es Jade Celestial. Y vos que mirá, toma ficha. Me tiré para la mierda. Usted también, ¿qué?
Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
Sigue haciendo desastre Kinke. Y vos, Broña, ¿tenés algo por encima? Toma ficha. Toma ficha.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict? What do the people think?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final result was a tie.
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. I can't say I'm surprised. What was Zila's perspective on the matter? I should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? Oh, it's so loud I can't tell what anyone's saying.
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise. The time has come to make a decision. This chaos cannot be allowed to continue any longer.
All of you!
I know what to do.
Aceptar, rechazar.
Wait.
Himeko.
I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
A ver qué dice Himeko, la que me...
But aren't you?
La que me arruinó el 50-50 tanto de Kafka como ahora de Black Swan. Pero hay pequeñas chances de poder conseguir a Black Swan.
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Me sorprendió que esté un poco seria en la historia.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel.
¿Tiene que tener una solución?
I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival.
Tengo una amiga. ¿Qué clase de amiga?
But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himiko. This information is of great help. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Lo va a rechazar.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Bronya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Mensaje. Chat del grupo de Bronya, Gepard, Stell, etc. Podemos hablar por aquí, Gepard. Comparte tus informes sobre la impresión del Expreso Astral. Sí, señorita Bronya. Cuanto más detalle, mejor. La Guardiana Suprema me ordenó montar una guarnición en Villa Armanche con la Guardiana Climagente y los autómatas para tener la impresión de conversión. Al principio la defensa transcurrió sin problema, pero entonces apareció la propia Topas con una tecnología especial que permitió tomar control de todos nuestros asuntos en un instante. Parece que Topas se dirige a ciertas horas por profundidad de Villa Armanche. Por alguna razón, Sparrow también está con ella. ¿Sparrow? ¿Otra busca actual en nuestra contra? Pero que no. Mi instinto me dice que hay algo más detrás, pero aún no lo sé con certeza. Al menos sabemos dónde encontrar a Topas. Vamos, Marzo, Stell.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go again. Back to our old stomping grounds for another adventure.
Ve a Villarroca y habla con Gepard. Tenía un logro, ¿no? Síntesis. Algo nuevo, ¿no? Ah, esto. Ah, cierto, tenía los encargos. Se me estaba olvidando. Recoger, reintentar, recoger, reintentar. Recoger, reintentar, recoger, reintentar. Ya me estaba olvidando los encargos que le había dejado el día anterior. Ah, Villarroca tenía que ir, boludo. Villarroca y Gepard. Acá. En Villarroca ya agarré todo.
Just thinking about work gives me a full body migraine.
Toma, Gepard. Toma ficha.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Ok, ahora necesitamos Luocha, Gepard, Himeko. Gepard. Espera, quiero volver. Y Estelle. Estelle, acá.
I'm counting on you to wrap this up, Himiko.
Listo. Porque había un físico. Por otro lado, Topaz Sparrow.
Destination reached.
Alto estadio.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Jarilo-VI never used them in their fight against the Legion.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
Huh. If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you.
Subió tan rápido, Nombi.
Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Se ve re tierno, Nombi.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
Re tierno, Nambi. Lástima que uso a su especie para conseguir 60 jades.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton stealth bomb?
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
Bueno, busca topas por las calles de la ciudad. Este es un dominio, ¿no? Exactamente, o sea, no vamos a tener cofres.
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. We don't want to alert the enemy to our presence. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb.
¿Qué, el puñito ese?
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Bomba autómata camuflada. Al controlar la bomba autómata camuflada, presiona el botón de ataque para activar la autodetonación. Aturdir a todos los enemigos en el área de ataque y completar el desafío. Si la bomba no logra aturdir a todos los enemigos al mismo tiempo, o si los enemigos te descubren, el desafío fracasará. Intenta evitar que el enemigo te vea. Sprinta para acercarte a tus enemigos y derrotarlos a todos. Ok, si voy moviéndome en diagonal está bien, pero si cambio de un lado a otro, patina. Ay, Dios, tengo que concentrarme en eso. A ver. Ahora. Todos los enemigos han sido reducidos a cenizas. Se ve completado. Tengo que controlar bien eso.
Wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion. That's what you call efficiency.
¿Uno? ¿Es todos? Marzo, ¿estás contando?
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
Tengo que ir por acá.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
Pues no veo nada acá, así que vamos a continuar por acá. Activamos esto y vemos esto.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready?
Es al pedo decir eso.
Remember.
Ahora son dos. ¡Qué patina! ¡Mírame! Bueno, este está boca al revés. Ahora. ¡Sí, soy un pelotudo! ¡Ah, no! ¡Llegó! ¡Eh! Pensé que no llegó.
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan.
Y eso que no pegó en el rango. Básicamente... soy mis enemigos en las partidas de
This is
LOL.
the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
O sea, básicamente cuando juego al LOL es lo que pienso en mis enemigos. No me pegan ni uno se pega.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off.
Sigue siendo dominio. Este es nuevo. Sparrow. Nada por acá. Esto más parece un estadio. Una arena.
Mr. Sparrow? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives.
Por un momento pensé que no la volvían a usar.
Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary.
Así que es como Clara, rechaza.
While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Okay.
Himeko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Sí, básicamente es una arena de combate. Creo que da un indicio de que nos vamos a caer a piñas.
Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
Sí, pelear.
It's
Esto es una arena.
possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
153. me dan esto es porque se viene pelea. Topas.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you.
Tan famosa Himiko. Yo tengo admiradores.
I'd be surprised if you didn't. Don't underestimate the reputation of the nameless out among the stars. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have very dear friends on Jarilo-VI. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Pelear. ¿Qué?
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need.
Autorización tu vacaciones. ¿Autorización para qué?
You're very curious about my work, aren't you? So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express. The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Okay.
In the name of a will forged in ice.
¿Cuántas oleadas son? ¿Dice algo sobre las oleadas? No, creo que son en todas, ¿no? Espero que sí. Si sabía hubiera llegado de Electro.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Mira, ahora que lo pienso, si el 8 hubiera sido marzo, hubiera seguido el lore. Porque estamos con Himeko, estamos con Gepard.
I have something for you.
3 oleadas, ok.
Rules are made to be broken.
Podría haberlo matado.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Me da el pedo eso, pero...
This ends here.
Se activó yo primero.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
Let's go.
It'll heal. Is that all?
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You chose the... This ends here.
You won't get away.
Eternal state.
Dead return! In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters!
I have something for you.
Let's make it quick. Yeah. Rules are made to be broken.
I'll see you off.
Time for an overhaul.
Nothing major.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Otra vez, dale, qué rompebolas que son.
Hope you're prepared.
I have something for you.
In the name of Landau,
El Tracer
will
es
forged
duro
in
encima.
ice never falters!
You chose the wrong enemy.
You won't get away.
Eternal state.
Dead return!
Rules are made to be broken.
Híjole, golpeo
This
directo.
ends here.
Escudo roto. Sí.
Nothing major.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Se libera. Ahora el focus todo al gordo dragón.
I'll see you off.
Time for an overhaul.
This ends here.
Ahí está. Listo. Se terminó.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Franya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Jarilo-VI. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come, this far, I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
Ok. Desafío completado. Ya salimos. Sabía. Cuando yo vi una arena sabía que tenía que enfrentarme a alguien. Y acá estamos. En donde le dejamos. Si voy por acá, ¿hay algo? Debería, ¿no? Yo rompo todo. Por cierto, ya no está más esto. Está todo completado. Me queda este. La sombra paralizada. Después lo hacemos. Se activa este. Ah, que de ahí vengo. Ah, pero puedo bajar por acá, ir por acá y ahí acá. Acá no tengo nada, no. Es que me da un toque que haya dos. No, acá. Ah, no, sí puedo ir por acá. Solamente quiero saber qué curiosidad hay. Ah, igual acá puedo salir. Solo por curiosidad, por el tema de las cajitas. Las cajitas. Las cajitas. Quiero las cajitas. Quiero jades que vienen en cajitas. Acá qué hay. Un corte. ¡Ole! Casi me pega, ¡No! ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Estaba en un callejón sin salida. Bueno, sigamos recorriendo. Que bueno, tengo que salir de acá. No, tengo que ir por abajo. Yo tengo que saber dónde encontrar las otras cajas. Che, si me faltan dos. No. Acá donde me encontré con el... Con el Numbi este. Vamos a esperar a que baje la provocación ahora. Ole, ole. No entiendo, ¿dónde están las otras cajas? Dice que faltan dos. Y he recorrido todo el mapa, literal. ¿Será que está por acá?
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right.
¿Acá que recibía? No sé. Ah, de estas. Bueno, continuando.
Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we clear to proceed?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions can proceed north without hindrance.
Excellent. The mountain road ahead is a little treacherous. Watch your step. Let's go.
Vamos.
What is this place? We've never been here before.
No, este es nuevo. Y hay 5 cofres. O 4. No, 5.
We've only recently discovered this domain.
Ok, gracias.
Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Este es nuevo. No sabía yo, Menos mal que hice estoy haciendo estas misiones. Cinemática. La carita del chonchito de Nambi. Serval. Natalia. Epa. Epa. Me encanta que hay muchas cinemáticas acá en Star Rail, no como Genshin, que solamente hay una.
Do you recognize that broken down machine over there?
Es de Cocolia.
Hey, that's a secret.
It's called the Engine of Creation. Do you remember?
Sí.
Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the Engine of Creation in your records?
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single mention of it in any of the Strategic Investment Department's reports.
I may know the reason why. The Engine of Creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes, designing and constructing it.
So what you're saying is, the Engine of Creation was a weapon constructed by the Belabogians themselves?
Yes, but not entirely. The Engine of Creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological Reconstruction Unit. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belabogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belabogians. Madame Rand was truly an inspiring leader. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together, and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the will and the ability to control our own destiny. The outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog have made their decision. They have chosen to preserve this homeland with their own two hands.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. That was a serious lapse of judgment on my part. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves long ago. But your civilization has persisted through the snow and storms for 700 years. A truly admirable feat.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll take some time.
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Jarilo-VI is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if I wanted to overturn it, convincing them would be extremely difficult. Unless...
Himeko?
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports and potential accountability, I'll handle it.
Mira, habla con Broña y Topaz. Bueno, primero vamos a hablar con 7 de marzo. Pero antes quiero ver algo. Acá dice que hay 5 cofres. Y tenemos el primero. 4, 9, 90, 500. 5000. Estamos ahí nomás, El segundo debería estar por acá, ¿no? Supongo. Vamos a meter un cacho. Después hablamos... Sí, acá está el segundo. ¿Por qué no sube? Recoger. Bien. ¿Hay algo más? Creo que sí, pero todavía no podemos cruzar. Solamente vimos 2 de 5. Solamente decir, no puede cruzar. Sí, sí. Vamos a cruzar más tarde entonces. Bueno, vamos a hablar con Himeko. ¿Cuánto tengo hasta ahora? 84. ¿Cómo frenó?
You know, I'd heard you and March speak highly of the Supreme Guardian before, but seeing her methods firsthand left me in awe. We should also be glad that Ms. Topaz is the one in charge of the Jarilo-VI project. If it were someone else from the Strategic Investment Department, things might have gotten complicated.
¿Qué quiere decir, Himeko?
The Strategic Investment Department comprises the IPC's most elite employees, many of whom can be very forceful. Let's talk about this later, when you're back on the Express. You and March must be tired after such an incredible journey.
Sí.
It's time you got some well-deserved rest.
Marzo.
I was worried things were gonna get ugly again. A peaceful solution is always the best solution. Speaking of solutions, are they repairing that giant robot? The one we fought against? I remember you took control of it and helped us defeat Cacolia.
¿Me podré yo? What? Me pregunto si tenemos tiempo de celebrar el Festival Calizón.
Right, I totally forgotten. That's the whole reason we came here in the first place. Looks like everyone in the city's helping with construction. Doubt there'll be much time for celebrating. Still, look on the bright side. We got to meet a top IPC executive. The trip wasn't a complete waste, right?
Y bueno, ahora sí vamos a hablar con Broña y Topaz y Nombi. Pero me dice Broña nada más.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. There are more important things than titles and ranks. Finding the best solution is what matters most.
Te despedirán.
That's unlikely. At most, they might just lower my rank and reduce my bonus a bit. But don't worry, I work for far more than just a paycheck.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again. Much less one that might cause a rift between you and the IPC.
A rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check.
¿Te importaría hablar de mí con tu jefe?
Oh, thinking about a career change? Sure thing. I'll put in the best words I can.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some lighter topics. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. I've arranged rooms for you all at the Goethe Hotel. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver my reports. It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future. Only next time under better circumstances.
Nambi.
Why don't you head over to the Goethe Hotel and relax for a bit? I'm sorry you didn't get to experience the festival atmosphere this time around. I promise. I'll make it up to you all next time.
Bien. Pero no puedo hablar con Topaz ahora. Bueno. Vamos al hotel. Distrito administrativo.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Hotel.
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
Well, you know, keeping an eye on the crew is just another part of a navigator's job.
A ver si grito, se cayó. ¡Ah! Ya vi tus intenciones. Es la misión de acompañante de Cerval. Habitación del hotel.
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Festival for ages. Looks like she's missed her chance. I never thought this trip would be so... tiring. Time for bed.
Chao, me encanta la voz de Estelle. Ojo.
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be taking the following disciplinary measures against you. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be revoked, including stock options and performance bonuses. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
Oh, lo degradaron.
You only got demoted one rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. Someone must be looking out for you. Oh, they've already left the call. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still
¿Qué?
on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now. My apologies. I'm still getting used to my new place in the hierarchy.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Jarilo-VI would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even bother? In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset. If you're not careful, you'll end up leading yourself down a dead-end road.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. You're not in the mood for this conversation right now. Okay. How about this? Something that might interest you. While you were enjoying your playtime on Jarilo-VI, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the Building Material Logistics Department. That's why he didn't attend today's meeting.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us instead of the Marketing Development Department for once. Oswaldo won't be laughing anymore. Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the Strategic Investment Department in a good light, you know? Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint. There's a major deal that could affect the whole department. I just so happen to need a reliable project manager for the job. What do you say, old friend?
Huh. And what prompted the mighty Aventurine to start collaborating with others?
Penacony. What else?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of reaction I was hoping for.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or Obsidian to handle it. At least someone higher than rank P46.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters. If you ask me, doing business with them is a lost cause. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So, how about it? This is a rare opportunity. Consider it. You never know, you might even be able to make up for your blunder on your Jarilo-VI.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another.
Qué linda perspectiva. Arre, pero... ¿Va a continuar?
I hope I made the right decision this time.
Oh, lo que quería ver.
The snow is mesmerizing.
Y terminamos con la primera misión de Trazacaminos. Verificación visitante. Topas y Nambi están de visita en el expreso. Puede que te cuente con Topas y Conti cuánto representen. Listo, ya no ganamos a Topas y Nambi como visitantes. Wilder ahora. Bueno, eres Estel, sí. ¿Quién eres tú? Menos mal. Soy Wilder, departamento de cooperación para la paz interestral. Te estoy contactando para comprarte un videojuego. ¿Qué juego? Este es un evento, ¿no? Te contaré cómo es. Este juego se llama Guerras Estéreas. Se trata de una marca cultural de primera clase y de nivel galáctico. Queda por el instrumento de desarrollo del mercado de la cooperación de internet de la paz interestelar. ¿De verdad está bueno? Al fin y al cabo es uno de los grandes éxitos. Guerras Estéreas es un juego de colección de cartas, pero no se parece en nada a los juegos de cartas coleccionables que te imaginas. Aquí puedes usar la última tecnología de copias etéreas, la cooperación para registrar de moneda etérea y cualquier criatura que haya visto. Y luego puedes imprimirlas y usarlas para competir contra otros jugadores. Deja que tus criaturas luchen por tu vida. ¿Qué tal? Genial, ¿verdad? Los emojis, pum pum. Parece divertido, ¿no? Puedes jugarlo. Ah, estupendo. Por fin tengo una nueva jugadora para mi nuevo juego favorito. Bueno, si te interesa, acércate a la plaza de Villamil para probarlo. Celebramos el festival de torneo interestelar, un gran festival a todos, ven a disfrutarlo. Voy para allá. Entonces, de ahí pronto. No hay problema, estaré aquí esperante. Bueno, es una misión de aventura, así que apartemos. Bueno, con esto ya terminamos la primera misión de continuación de Trazacaminos, pero no sin antes nos vamos a irnos con el 3090. Ya estaríamos abriendo un tercio de Black Swan. Y a ver qué sale. Nada. Nada de nada. Y acá en el... Ah, tengo uno regular. A ver qué toca. Ya sería el regular. ¡Me tocó un E1 de Sampo! Ok. Que creo que no me va a alcanzar. Sampo. Creo que ya había gastado. Eidolon. Uno de Sampo.
Everyone has a colorful past, wouldn't you say?
Y logros también. Ayuda a Jarilo-VI y Jarilo-VI a resolver el tsunami de crisis otra vez. Y... ¿qué era esto? Tienda... Por 4 no me alcanza. En serio, qué falso. Por 4 no me alcanza para abrir otro más. Qué paja. Pero bueno, tengo una recompensa por haber dejado algunas cosas, 6.000 créditos. Bueno, nada más que decir. Voy a seguir jugando con las continuaciones de Trazacaminos para ver si puedo conseguir a Black Swan. Y antes de irme vamos a cambiar la información de arriba para pasar de 29 a 30. Y quedan 17 días. Pero como este va a ser el último video de hoy, voy a poner 16 ahora. Así que bueno, nada más que decir. Suscríbete a mi canal, Julio Gameplays, síganme en Twitter, en Instagram, la plataforma morada y obviamente acá en el canal secundario que vamos a seguir con Honkai Star Rail y haciendo esta misión de continuación de Trazacaminos hasta el nuevo update cuando salga la misión oficial de Trazacaminos y a ver cómo continúa después de un cliffhanger bastante deprimente. Si no lo vieron, vean el capítulo anterior. Así que bueno, un saludo a todos y nos vemos a la próxima.